Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the channel if you're new here. This week I'm going to be showing you how to replace a faulty ABS sensor on this MK7 Volkswagen Golf, but it will be the same process for many different makes and models of vehicle. I've had this intermittent fault on my car for a while now. It comes up on the dashboard ESC, which stands for Electronic Stabilization Control Error. It comes up with the ABS light as well, and this all points to a faulty ABS sensor. In the previous video, I showed you how to diagnose a faulty ABS sensor using the Arista OBD reader. So we plugged that in and it pinpointed exactly which ABS sensor is faulty, which makes life so much easier. The good thing about the Arista OBD reader I used in the previous video is it also has a customization menu on there where you can enable certain features on your car that it didn't come with as standard. For example, I added a needle sweep on my car, which is pretty cool. So if you're interested in a little bit of easy customization, light customization, then you can check that video out as well. Make sure you go for a good quality ABS sensor. There's lots of cheap ones on the market, but the chances are they're not going to last very long. So just get a good quality one to start with. This one's made by ATE, and I believe this company actually makes the sensors and then supplies them to Volkswagen. Volkswagen brand them and sell them on with their markup. So if you go straight to ATE, you'll be getting them cheaper than you will be if you buy the Volkswagen branded part. And I'll put a link to these in the description if you want to pick one up through the link. You'll also be supporting the channel, so thank you very much if you buy them through the links. This is for the rear left or right, and I'll also put a link for the front left or right ABS sensors. But just make sure you check the compatibility with your car. Let me just throw a quick disclaimer out there. This video is meant for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not responsible for any injury, damage or loss caused by attempting the content in this video. Please carry out this job at your own risk. If you are unsure, please seek professional assistance. With the vehicle still on the ground, I loosen off the wheel bolts using a breaker bar. It's much easier to do this with the wheels still on the ground because that way they won't turn while you're trying to undo the bolts. With the wheel bolts loosened off, I then get my trolley jack and position it under the jacking point of the affected wheel. I then jack up the vehicle until the wheel is off of the ground and use an axle stand to secure the car in the elevated position. Using a 17mm socket, I remove the wheel bolts and remove the wheel. Okay, if we go in here, we can see the ABS sensor on the back. There's two connectors on here. That connector with a bigger cable going to it up there, that's for the electronic handbrake. And then this one here, smaller one's for the ABS sensor. Now I can see a problem with mine already. Actually, the plug is broken. And more than likely it was just a loose connection. You shouldn't be able to just pop it off like that. So I'm going to show you how to change it anyway, but that's supposed to have a plastic piece in there to hold it on to the sensor, and mine is missing. I'm going to show you how to remove these D clips because they are quite a nuisance, so you don't snap them off like this one's been snapped off in the past. To remove them, what you want to do is get your screwdriver in here and push the plug into the hub to release the pressure off of this little tab. Then twist it and give it a wiggle. Like that. That's how you remove them. With your ABS sensor, spray a load of WD-40 or something similar on the bolt. Obviously don't get it on your brakes, so just soak that. It's a T30 Torx bolt in the back of the sensor, so get that in there, seated nicely, righty tighty lefty loosey, and then just take the bolt out. I then just use a little bit of WD-40 to spray around the sensor. This will clean it up a little bit and give us a little bit of lubrication to help get the old sensor out. I then use a flathead screwdriver to just pry at the old sensor, being very careful not to snap it. So just go around the edge, prying. There we go. It's coming, I think. Yeah, here we go. Here he comes. Carefully remove the old sensor. Oh, that's filthy. And now we can get our new sensor. Make sure it's the right one. You can see the old one's absolutely filthy. We might be able to just give this a clean and it will probably work, but I'm going to replace it anyway because I've got the new part here. So let's put this sensor in. They do look to be slightly different on the end, but the body is the same, so maybe it's just a revised version. I checked the part numbers and they seem to match up, so I went ahead and fitted this new sensor. So get your new sensor and put it in the hole. It's not the first time I've had this problem. Can't find the hole. There it is. Put the sensor in. Put your bolt in. And I'm not going to torque this up as such, I'm just going to nip it up. It really doesn't have to be super tight, just a little nip, and that'll do. And then get your nice undamaged plug and plug it into your ABS sensor, and it should click. When refitting a car wheel using hand tools, I do up the bolts all of the way and just give them a nip up by hand, and then I do the final tightening with the wheel on the ground. That way the wheel won't turn while you're torquing them up. These are all the faults it's detected after a scan. We've got our ABS faults there. Left rear ABS wheel speed sensor, implausible signal. Left rear. They're all the intermittent faults we've had with the ABS system. Power steering, there's a few more on there, but I'm going to clear them all. After clearing the faults, only one's come back, and that's for the infotainment system. The antenna amplifier, one for digital radio open circuit. I need to look at that at some point, but basically my DAB radio doesn't work. But there aren't any other faults on here. I've got to drive to work in a little while, and that's quite a long commute, so we'll see if the ABS light comes back up. Hopefully not, and that's it sorted. But I will need to get a new D connector for the ABS sensor just so it doesn't vibrate loose and come off of there. After a 70-mile round trip, the light didn't come back up on the dashboard, so I'm pleased to say that replacing the sensor and maybe adjusting the plug has fixed the issue for now. But I have ordered a new D-type plug connector that Volkswagen uses to replace the damaged one on my ABS sensor, and I'll make a separate video about how to replace those if you're interested, so stay tuned. And I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you hit that alarm bell and set notifications to all, you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching as always and supporting the channel. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Cheers guys. Bye for now.